Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new episode of Bahrain Now. Today's episode, we'll be highlighting some great local news and updates with some great guests. I'm Bara Abdallah, and this is Bahrain Now. A museum of art and personal collections that should be on your list of places to explore here in the kingdom. Let's check out the Masterpiece Museum in the following report by Mariam El Bayati.
A ticket to the dream of every collector. Masterpiece Museum by Hamad Al-Khohaji is truly a masterpiece, featuring Hamad's very own handmade models of statues and iconic landmarks, as well as displaying his personal collection of autographs from celebrities, along with vintage toys, old music recordings on cassettes, and much, much more. A unique, one-of-a-kind experience by a young, passionate Bahraini, which is never strange for the people of Bahrain, as the creativity of Bahraini people has no limits. Reporting for Bahrain International, I'm Mariam Al Bayati. Thank you for watching.
So we are lucky to be joined by the founder of the Masterpiece Museum himself, Hamad Al-Khohaji. Welcome to Bahrain Now.
My pleasure. I'm so happy to be here with you today.
I'm excited, man. The museum is beautiful.
Thank you.
Of course, but the question is, how did it start?
Actually, since I was a kid, I'm in love with toys. So I was collecting everything, starting with the Happy Meal toys, Legos, and more. I used to go to the toys shop with my mom when I was a kid, and I was like, I want to purchase everything.
Okay.
She tells me, all right, you can choose one. I always choose one actually, but after checking all the toys.
Oh, wow.
So I remember the shape of the toy, the size, the colors, everything. When I go back home, I try to do what I saw by using the clay.
Clay?
Yeah, so here where I discovered that I have the skills and the passion to do handmade things.
Amazing.
So this is thanks to my mom that she gave me, she didn't buy me everything.
All right. I guess, you know, that motivated you to create your own toys.
Yes, exactly.
Whatever you wanted. But you know, it started that way. So all the way to you became a teenager, you always been a sculptor.
Yeah.
A person would go with pottery and clay making until you reached to a point in like, I need to have my own museum.
Yes.
What was that turning point?
Turning point actually, when I travel any country, I make sure to visit all the museums there.
Okay.
To see things I didn't see before, take new ideas. So I noticed that there is no any autograph or signature museum for the celebrities, and I'm also collecting autographs. So I said that, all right, I saw it is a new idea to do this in Bahrain.
Right.
Especially I did the search, and there is no one in the world. So something new in Bahrain, beside my collection of the toys and the other things.
Okay.
And then the world will talk about this, that the first signature museum is in Bahrain.
Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, I still remember, like, you know, we've been to different events in the GCC, Saudi Arabia, Oman, and Kuwait, and Bahrain, and you were like pretty much present with your arts and collections. So what did you learn from other countries in the GCC?
Yeah, it is good. This is actually opportunity if you go the events.
Yeah.
So I can meet the celebrities, the guests, I take the autographs, and you can see others' talents.
Right.
So your mind is always busy with something creative, you know, and new ideas. So this is something good for the future.
Beautiful. Well, you notice in your museum, you like a lot of pop culture scenes from the Game of Thrones and from video games. So what's your favorite, like, out of all the series?
Actually, this is a hard question.
Really?
But you can say maybe Harry Potter, because
Harry
my
Potter.
childhood movie, maybe, yes. And I love everything, you know, anything is nice, it's okay with me.
Okay. Anybody you want to meet maybe in the future? Bring them to the museum?
In the future, maybe Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman? As X-Men or as who?
As a Hugh Jackman, or maybe Eminem.
Eminem?
I don't mind anyone.
Okay, that's great, that's great. I mean, you've been to a lot of pop culture events. You've seen a lot of celebrities. I mean David Hayter from Kuwait. You've seen all the big guys from The Punisher. You've seen them from even Hellboy. And so you get to meet any of these celebrities that you've seen around the GCC?
Michael Fassbender.
You did?
Yes, in Kuwait. And you, I think you was there also.
Oh, yeah, I was there. Michael Fassbender was an amazing time, actually.
You met him that time, and you are doing the interview with me today. So
beautiful.
This is life.
Serendipity. It is. It's meant to be. It's meant to be. Now, the question is, a lot of people today, they say they want to follow their passion.
Yes.
Right? And, you know, and they want to see what makes them them. You know, whether they want to write, they want to rap, they want to paint, they want to sing, and they want to, you know, make clay and collect autographs from around the world.
Yes.
But you took that and you made it a business at the same time. So how did that happen?
The business, I think, is important for every artist or a collector. So with business, you can improve your skills, you can buy more professional tools, you can increase your collection. So without business, you cannot survive, you know, because if you are a collector, you need to buy everything or the latest collections in the market.
Right.
As an artist, you want to improve your works, so you need income. So if you don't have any business, for example, if you are doing like handmade things, if you sell, you can make some benefits and you can do more.
Right.
If you are a collector, also if you are selling, not only buying, so you can also increase your collection.
Right.
So this is what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
I'm trying to not just collect, also to sell, so I can do something seriously, you know.
Beautiful.
Not one day you just feel that you don't have enough, so you just give up.
I mean, your museum is a museum, right? Definitely. It's a gift shop and it's a coffee shop at the same time.
Exactly.
So you thought of adding the coffee shop because, you know, it will be an interaction?
Exactly. It's like if you go any museum in the world, first the entrance is for the gift shop.
Okay.
So if you like something, because my focus in the museum for the autographs, action figures, Legos, movies, different type of toys.
Right.
So you can buy anything you like if you are a collector. If you want to see the museum, you can buy the tickets and you can enter the museum. And you can just enjoy there and have some coffee.
I love that. I love that. I need to do that actually very
thanks.
soon.
Yeah, sure.
So being a collector, I'm sure you have some stories behind one of those pieces that you collected. Like, which one was the hardest one to get? Like, I wouldn't say financially, but just to get it.
Yeah, actually, lot of things, especially the autographs.
Okay.
Because the autographs, for example, if you want autograph for hand-signed autograph for someone's very famous, so the prices will go up. And if he's not alive, also it's very hard to find and not easy to get it. So I have, for example, like Michael Jackson autograph.
Wow.
Marlon Brando, Sylvester Stallone.
Way.
So Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
So they are the most expensive ones and hard to get.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, we had the chance to actually meet Stan Lee
Oh wow, yes, yes.
You know, and unfortunately that did not happen. And I still remember his signature went up to thousands and thousands.
Yeah.
Now, did you ever try to get Stanley's
I have
signature?
Stanley, yes.
You
yes.
do?
Yeah,
Well,
I do, yes.
We need to talk later.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know a lot of buyers.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
sure.
sure of that, you know, especially in Kuwait for whatever reason.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's great. So anybody feel like you need to get his signature off any piece in the future, or you pretty much feel like you're content, you have enough?
For sure, actually, because the aim is to apply for the Guinness World Record in the future.
Oh, wow.
The aim is to increase the collection I'm collecting in the museum. So, for example, in the future, if you visit the museum, you can see the biggest collection of the world record for autographs.
Okay.
The biggest collection for example, handmade statues.
Right.
The biggest collection for action figures, all in one place.
Beautiful.
So this is my aim.
Okay.
And if you visit the museum now, you can see more than 500 autographs.
Amazing.
And I'm keep trying to get also I have the list actually.
Okay.
So I'm trying always to finish the list.
Man, so how long is the list? Is it a long list?
Yeah, sure, of course, of course, yeah.
Anybody from the video game world?
I'm not that much in video games, but more into the maybe actors or singers or the legends.
Okay, Game of Thrones, anybody from there?
I have a lot.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, it's interesting that we had a lot of actors from Game of Thrones coming to the GCC.
Yeah, yeah.
We have lots of
Yeah, they came to Bahrain, yes.
Philo Aspect came to Bahrain.
Yeah.
You're on Greyjoy. I mean, a beautiful personality.
Yes.
And we had several going to Saudi Arabia, several going to Kuwait. I mean, we had them at the prime.
Exactly.
And then we
yeah.
had Stranger Things. Anybody from Stranger Things?
I have some, yeah.
Great, man, great. And then your museum is amazing.
You should just come and enjoy.
Of course, simple as that, right? So now, with that being said, what would you tell your viewers in Bahrain? Because right now you took a leap of faith. You took your passion, you made a business out of it, and now you're putting your time, your effort, your finances, your resources into making this a working business, a touristic attraction.
Yes.
Now, what is the future of the museum? What do you feel that you're going to take it to?
Actually, in Bahrain, we have a lot of talents. We have people, artists or collectors. They have the talent, but they need to focus. They don't. I mean, they don't have the, let's say, the business side.
Okay. Yeah.
So maybe they need, for example, for me, the museum is something important and a dream actually to own a museum with a big collection, so visitors can come and see. So you can switch your hobbies into a serious business.
Beautiful.
So with benefits, you can keep going. You can make it serious. You can live with that.
Okay.
So I think this is what we need.
Beautiful. Now, everything you said was exciting, but you know, being in the pandemic, it's been a little bit of a challenge right now to have all the things coming together. What is your biggest challenge right now in making your business grow as a masterpiece
Actually,
museum?
I need to keep working hard to make this, to achieve all these, let's say, goals.
Yes, sir.
And make this place successful. And my idea is not just a museum. My aim is to make this place as a home.
Okay.
For every artist and a collector.
Right.
A home with hope and inspiration. And so they think and create something new. So exactly what the legends did, you know?
Right. The legend himself right here.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, actually, I was keep practicing so I can, because I started to do like very simple things, handmade things, when I was a kid. I kept practicing so I can do more let's say, details, action figures.
Right.
So this is the latest statue I made. This is the Vincent van Gogh.
Nice.
A painter from Netherlands. This
Right.
is actually his statue.
Beautiful statue.
My focus actually, because I love legends, so I'm trying to take the photo and do a miniature of the real statue.
Wow.
So it's like I want to make all the statues for the legends and put them all in one place in the museum with the small size.
Wow.
And this is actually the standard size of the action figures, the 12-inch.
You know, Bahrain, well, for a long time, up until today, known for pottery.
Pottery, exactly.
Now, we had the basic pottery, right? Where people used it for piggy banks,
Exactly,
for water
yes.
containers.
Yeah.
But you took it to another level.
Exactly, because actually we have the material in Rifa city, the city where I came from.
Okay.
And it is, we have it actually with high quality and very easy to shape. And we are using it as just a traditional traditional industry in Bahrain. They use it for hundreds of years. Maybe they are doing like dishes or very basic daily tools.
Everyday
So I said, all right, I will take the same material, but with a new idea, a new result.
Do you consider yourself as the newborn contemporary clay Bahraini artist?
This is actually a new industry of the pottery 2021.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, this is not 3D printed.
This is not a 3D printed.
You did this. This is handmade.
Handmade, yes.
Handmade.
Handmade, yes. You can see the videos on Instagram. It's like short videos, time lapse. You can see the steps.
This is crazy. Because, you know, like if anybody would see this and, you know, with today's technology, say, oh, it's 3D printed. But to say this has been done by your own hands.
With the clay.
With your masterful skill.
Yeah.
So this is the same clay.
This is the same clay.
Wow. How long it took you to be this good?
Around like 1 week.
1 week?
1 week. Like if we say every day 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you need it to dry and then you check if there is any mistakes. You need to do the finishing and painting.
It will take me a lifetime to do this. Maybe just a shoe.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. You're an inspiration.
Thanks.
You're a legend. I'm your biggest fan.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of Bahrainis, even people around the world. With that being said, anything you want to tell to the viewers of Bahrain, even the world?
Just take the step and keep doing and never give up.
Never give up.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's simple as that, but it needs consistency and strength to make it happen. Hamad Kohaji, you got our support all the way till the end.
Thank you very much.
We're proud of you.
I appreciate
and
it.
We're honored to have
Thanks
you with
for
us
having
here.
me.
I mean, it's our all pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, never give up. And of course, make sure to visit the Masterpiece Museum with Hamad Kohaji. Stay tuned with more here on Bahrain Now. So, our next guest has discovered her talent from sugar paste. She is a cake designer and a passionate artist. From edible art to non-edible, we welcome here Zainab Al Halwachi. Welcome to Bahrain Now.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. Thank you for joining us. And
Thank you.
what a beautiful joining.
Thank you.
I can see we have the full set right here.
Yes.
But this came from a long journey.
Indeed.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, it started a long time ago. It started in 2009, actually. I was a baker, and I turned that into a business with my husband, and it was a bakery. It ran very well.
Okay.
I was the cake artist, and I enjoyed making 3D cakes, 3D edible art. Yeah, and yeah, we decided to close in December for many reasons, actually. And yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. So now from sugar pies to painting, and apparently a lot of people have been asking you about that.
Yes, I've been receiving lots of questions like why did you close and how did you turn it into art?
Right.
Actually, when I was a cake artist, it was art after all, but I didn't know what was it, where am I? I enjoyed what I was doing, but still I was looking for a path. So when we're struggling a little bit with the business, I decided I'm gonna discover my talent in painting, and it went very well. I enjoyed painting for a year before year and a half before we closed the shop. Before closing the shop, I knew, like when we took the decision, actually, I knew that was for a good reason for me. Yeah.
So we have a lot of beautiful things happening here with the masks and art. So what do we have?
We have masks, and actually in November, I've been targeted by one of the beauty shops, international beauty shops in Bahrain. It's L'Occitane. They called me and they enjoyed, they liked the art that I'm doing.
Amazing.
And they asked me to paint on masks for the Christmas time, for the holidays time.
Right.
And of course, I liked the idea. So we had a campaign, and I was with them at the shop. I painted on the mask immediately. The idea was like whoever goes and purchases from the shop get a mask painted by me.
Okay.
When the campaign is finished, people were asking about the masks, and I decided I'll do it with my own designs. And yeah, I took it from there, and it was a hit, and I enjoy doing it. So some of them came with a theme.
Yeah.
For example, for a cyclist, one of my friends, I painted a bicycle on the side. For someone else, like if they like some kind of sport, food, anything, like I would just like put a small detail on the side of the mask.
I would love that. Was awesome. I mean, and you have a mask that I think is ready to go with some action.
Yes, I can do that.
Okay, it's pink. What can you do with pink?
I can do anything actually. If you notice, I have few colors here. The gray, the black, the purple. But the only thing with the black, it takes time.
Takes time.
Yeah, because I have to do like one coat, second coat, three coats, fourth coats. So it takes time. So it's challenging, but I brought this with me just to show you that this one, I already painted that last night for one of my friends.
Okay.
And it will stay there. After that, I'm gonna work on it and do the details. And the good thing about it, which I do really like, I put earrings for each one of them.
There you go. Yeah, lucky them.
Yeah.
So can pink be a good thing for men? Can you make it look good for men? Like you put something manly on it?
Yes, and I can do on a gray. I have a gray one here.
A gray?
Yes, which is this. This is the gray. No, I don't have it here, but I have a gray one.
That's a gray right there.
Yeah, that's kind of beige, but I have a gray.
Colorblind.
Yeah. I'll show you the gray.
We have strong lights here, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, wow.
So this is a gray one.
Okay.
My husband kept on asking for a masculine one. Like he wanted something that suits him.
Okay.
And I couldn't come up with something until he said, okay, just Zainab, just make me one line on the side and I'm happy with it.
Nice.
I did it and it was nice.
Wow.
So I can do that for men. Yeah, we
Okay.
can do a very simple design. For women, I do really like, I enjoy making the faces.
I can see that. That's why
Yeah.
I asked, like, is there something for a guy like me? But you're doing an amazing job with that. I mean, it's very appealing.
Thank you very much.
Wow, wow. So with all of that, I mean, you pretty much, I'm sure you give workshops.
Yes, I do. Actually, my workshop started from the cake. I used to have a kids club for the kids to decorate cakes. So we do 3D figures with the fondant, which is the sugar paste.
Right.
When I turned into art, non-edible art,
Okay.
I loved working with kids before. And I decided I'm going to have workshops for the kids and for the adults because art is art. Who
Yes.
wouldn't enjoy it?
Right.
So I started my workshops, which is in the pandemic, but I only did few. Then we stopped now. We're starting again, inshallah, very soon when things goes back to normal.
Well, bless you for that, definitely. And my kids would love this.
We'd love to have
I
them.
mean, you're okay with Fortnite?
I'm okay with anything. I have a boy.
All right, then you can take my son as well.
Yes, yes.
I mean, can you do something right now? I mean,
Yes, of course.
I mean, I'm very interested. I see all the, the tools is ready. It's like we're gonna have a surgery. Let's go.
This bag, by the way, I used to use it for my cake art. So when I shifted non-edible to non-edible, I moved the paint from edible paint to non-edible ones.
Beside the fact that they're edible or not edible, what did you feel the change? It's like, you used to do edible art and now not edible art. Like, what is that one thing you felt like, this is different? I mean, of course you can. Freedom.
Yes.
Why?
Because with the cakes, I've been like limited. Customers tell me like, he is 4 years old, he loves this and this and this. Be specific with this and this and this. The theme is this and that. So I used to be very specific and I don't have to go, people with the cakes are like, they want a perfect cake after all.
To a personalized,
but with the masks, I enjoy it because I do it freely. Like, even if you tell me, Zainab, make me a mask with a bicycle, for example, I would tell you I'll do it my way.
Oh,
so I give you my rule in the beginning.
Amazing, love that.
Yeah.
What was the weirdest request for a cake?
Oh, a lot, a lot.
We got a lot of weird stuff going on.
Yes, of course. The 3D figure, like the 3D cakes by themselves, it was a challenge, but in the same time, you feel like, oh, why do you want to spend that much on a cake?
Because I can.
Yes, because I can. They like it.
Okay.
But the only thing, like mostly when I'm invited to any party,
right.
So Zainab, come and cut the cake.
Come and cut
in the beginning, it was like, oh, I'm gonna cut the cake that it took me 5 hours to do.
How do you feel when that happens? Like, just.
But with the time, I was like, I'm so proud. Let me cut the cake.
All right, let's do this. So we got gray.
So what do you like usually?
What do I like?
Yes.
Okay, well, you said cycles, which I need to do so I can lose weight. So let's go with that.
How about I'll make you something simple.
Okay.
But
because I would give you something out of video games, and that's a little bit more complicated. So
yes,
I
would do it,
simple.
but usually I need to have a reference.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'll have my phone next to me and I Google the figure, I study it very well.
You know, anything motivational. Like I see like I feel motivated.
Motivated. You sure you want me to do that?
Let's go.
On air?
On air. Okay, that's a good start.
That's to support the color, because I want to do a straight line for you.
It could be just one line representing confidence.
Yes.
All good.
But the line should be doubled. So the line will be in the middle, right?
All right, okay.
I have to protect it.
Cool. I'm gonna have a mask made on the spot. This is history in the making, by the way.
Let's go for a color that dries quickly.
What dries quickly?
The white.
White, okay.
White dries quickly, usually. Black takes forever.
So with being a painter and, you know, understanding people's psychology, what do you think, what colors have always brought people like motivation and...
Purple.
Purple.
I love purple actually, and the energy of purple is very high.
Is it because of the wavelength of the color itself, maybe?
You know, each color have energy, right?
Tell me more, please.
Yeah, so colors come with energy. Each color have an energy. Purple comes with peace, with calmness, with like you get motivated, but in a calm way. Yeah, but if you want to get energized, I'm gonna do it red for you.
Red.
Red.
I think I had red enough in my life.
So I was interviewed on 96.5 on the radio last week, and I had winners.
Oh, awesome.
So the problem is I was wishing for female winners. I got three male.
3 males, and what they asked for white, black, and blue.
So I was like, please take it for your girlfriend, for your wife. It's Valentine's. One of them, yes, did. He wanted the dog and his girlfriend's face. Or I usually ask like her hairstyle and color. That's what I only ask for. So I changed the color style and the color of the hair according to the person.
That is just beautiful to have your loved one just right there on your face.
Yes. No, but he wanted to give it to her.
Okay.
Yes. So the other person sent me his photo and he said, I would like that on the mask. And I was like, okay.
Oh, wow.
Let me figure it out.
Even that, he got some weird requests. I can imagine.
It was a gift, it was a prize, so I have to.
Let's keep that private.
I did it. It was very nice. It was perfect. It was black and white because he
Awesome.
sent me a picture of black and white. It was perfect. I sent it to him today. And yeah, he liked it.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah. So we start with one coat usually. For those like light colors, one coat is enough, 2 coats. And then when it's dry, we can go on with the design.
All right.
Yeah, it takes a little bit time.
So would purple go well on that?
purple on this.
Yeah?
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay.
I have a few
White and purple.
here. White. I was thinking white. The
Okay.
edges can be purple.
Well, you know, you're the artist. I'm just.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I can do purple. Is it
Yes.
for you?
Yes.
If it's for someone else, I can do something else.
Well, you know, future, inshallah.
Inshallah. I mean, if you want it feminine purple or male purple. If it's for you, I'll
What's
do a
the
male purple.
There's a male purple?
Yeah, because this one is darker.
Oh, let's go with that.
Yeah?
Oh.
It will look a little bit blacky, but it's nice after all.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
No, it's okay. I can.
Good. All right, cool. Huh. There's so much involved here. And so much to actually consider.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, apparently it's a stubborn purple.
It is.
So normally, how long will it take you just to get something like that done? Like, averagely?
Depends on the design. Like the one we're gonna work on now, it's not gonna take long.
Okay.
10 minutes even. But
Nice.
but for those, it takes me around like 1 hour, sometimes 1.5 hours, because I wait for like each layer to be dry in order to.
Right.
I can do wet on wet, but it's a little bit harder.
Okay.
So I usually wait for the layer to dry so I can do some effects. You know.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
But for the black, it takes longer.
Okay. Well, that's why no black for today.
Yeah, no black for today.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you heard yourself, it's going to take at least 10 minutes. So, right now, we're going to enjoy this masterpiece in the making. We'll be back with more happening here on Bahrain Now. Don't go away. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the masterpiece is done. We got white, black, and purple. So we have energy, peace, motivation, and what else?
Simpleness.
A simpleness. So it's powerful and simple. Thank you so much for this.
Most welcome.
So what is your future plans?
I started learning more about clay sculpting,
Okay.
and I'm looking forward to work on like big 3D sculptures.
All right.
Yes,
Wow. Looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to that
Many
too.
talents going on over there.
Thank
So,
you.
Any last words to your viewers around the world?
Yes, I would say if you're stuck on your way, just turn around and go on. Never stop, never quit.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you so much for being with us
Thank you
here.
so
Your
much.
vibes are beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's an honor.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, just keep going. And don't forget to support Zainab Al-Halwati with her beautiful edible and non-edible arts. Stay tuned for more happening here on Bahrain Now. Now for a talk with one of Bahrain's many talented individuals. Another poet joins our very own talented Khalid Hijris for Fresh Off the Desk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another segment of Fresh Off the Desk, where we explore the local talents of Bahrain. Tonight we're joined by Adari Salim. Hello, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me here. Very exciting to be just sitting here talking to you. So thank you.
Thank you so much. We're really excited to have you as well.
Awesome. Yay.
You've got a lot of energy tonight, huh?
I do.
So tell us a bit about you. What makes Adari an artist?
Oh, wow. Well, what makes me an artist is my passion for art in general. So I am not just I'm not just like one type of artist. I branch out into all different types of art because I find life is art itself. So I do performing arts, dance, visual arts, painting, and of course I do write poetry in my spare time.
That was a very creative answer. So tell us a little bit about your poetry. How did you get started with that?
Well, this is a super long story, but when I was a kid, I grew up doing a lot of creative writing in school, and that kind of stimulated my sense of creativity in general. And then as I grew up, I used to always love English and writing and reading, and I took it upon myself one day to start writing short stories and poetry, and I compiled a whole list of my poems one day, and it's just a bunch of random like sentences all together, and I thought they were very like, oh my gosh, poetic, but it just sounded very very childish in a sense. But that's where I kind of started. It never starts off being perfect, but I took it upon myself. I compiled all of these things together, and I started posting these short stories and poetry online. And I found that people started liking it, encouraging me and supporting me. So I just, after that, I kind of branched out and took a journey with poetry and writing in general.
So do you have a favorite poet, or do you have like a style of poetry that influenced your style?
Yes, actually. The thing that provoked me to start actually writing my meaningful poetry is a poet called Tyler Kent White. His poetry is mostly focused on human interaction with the outer world, and as well as exploring the galaxy and the universe, and out of world concepts like that. And alongside him, I had a lot of influences by Robert Frost, the very classical poet, in my poetry, because he speaks a lot about nature, and he is really deep-rooted in expressing through symbolism and representation through nature itself. So he expresses his feelings through that, and I really resonated with it, and I incorporated a lot of that into my own poetry.
I always find myself inspired by nature as well, so I'm really happy to hear that it resonates with you. Do you have a favorite poem that you posted?
I have Wild Spirit, which is about it's a poem based on how I felt my soul to be when I was going through my explorative phases in life. I found my energy to be very uncontrollable, very boisterous, very passionate, and I kind of communicated that through the timeless existence that we have in this world. I really believe that we're infinite beings in a sense, and I took that and put it into that poem, and it was one of my first ones that I think the first one that I ever posted, but that is actually my favorite one because it just defines who I feel I am throughout my life. And the next one, the one called Depression, is one that I know. Oh, depression. I was actually not depressed when I wrote it, which is actually very, very strange. But I don't know where I get this urge to write from, but I pick up my phone or my notebook that I write my poems in, and I just go ahead and start writing. And one day it was raining, and I saw a bit of dullness in the world. I saw everybody was moving around their 9-to-5 days, and they were all very monotonous and also very all blank stares. When we walk past people, we always see blank stares, and it was kind of depressing to see. And I wished we could have lived a more energetic existence, in a sense where we don't have to walk with blank stares. We can smile at the person we're passing by to. We can dance as we walk past. We can skip with our friends. When we grow up, that kind of sense of happiness kind of fades away. And I found it kind of agonizing that we lost this as a human race. And then I just channeled that into a poem called Depression, and there's one phrase that I really love in that poem, and it says, "The blood is dry but flows through veins in a colorless existence."
Wow, I'm blown away.
Yes.
That is beautiful. To me, that didn't even sound like something that I would read in a poem about depression, because it hit me all at once, like color.
Absolutely, absolutely, and the phrase "colorless existence" really strikes through, because when you think of depression, it's like a gray existence, and it really is. You feel gray, and you feel dry, and you feel sad, and you feel empty, and that's exactly what I channeled through that poem. So yeah.
You have a lot of versatility to your skill. Like, you can go from like really boisterous and energetic, and then to something that's a lot more serious and a little bit more on the darker side. So can you, because you said you actually dabble in a little bit of everything, do you have that same experience with, like, for example, your art or your performance art?
Definitely. Well, with my art, I deal with the same things as I do in poetry. So my main influences, or my main theme with any type of art, is emotion. So with my visual arts and paintings, I deal with oil paints mostly. I take emotions and I slap them on a canvas. So mostly my paintings have been more dark, and they have been very depressing and with sad moods, and I feel like I paint those mostly because, or I write about those mostly now, especially because I feel like that is the most powerful and most unexplored and most taboo emotion that we have in our society, and I feel like it needs some representation, especially from a Bahraini artist like me. I feel like we really need some discourse about sadness in general, and I feel like personally, when I feel sad, it really does strike very deep within me, and it's an uncommunicated emotion. So it definitely comes out on canvas, or it comes out in poetry. And my paintings have been more, it's actually been opposite. So my poetry has moved to the darker side, and my paintings have been more happy.
I've noticed that you have such an instinctual approach to your art. I mean, anything that's on the inside, you put it out there for the world to see in such a beautiful medium. And, you know, it shows, honestly, like, in your poetry and your art. I mean, you are doing an amazing job, and I think Bahrain should be really proud of having an artist like you. So for anyone who wants to follow in your footsteps, what advice would you give them?
Wow, that is a deep question.
I'd hope so.
I think every person is different. Every person is to their own style of art, to their own journey as well. But I think whatever type of art you love, whatever type of art you enjoy, I think just start by creating something small at the beginning. Just starting. I always say, never wait for something big to happen. Just do it, and once you start, you'll realize you have a foundation to grow on. You plant the little seeds, and then from there you start finding out what other different types of seeds you want to plant, you know. So when you start small, you start to see what you liked about your first piece, what you didn't like about your first piece, and then from there you can definitely grow and expand your style, expand your skills, and expand your worldview in a sense as well, because through art you discover yourself, you discover other things, you discover people, you discover how people react to your work. And I think you just need to start, and then once you start again, and then after you start again, start again
and again and again
and again and again and again, until you find who you are and how you fit within your art and how you want to communicate that art with the world. And in the end, you'll find exactly who you are and what you like through your style. And again, it's forever a discovery that you will be embarking on, because it's not like you find your style and that's it, that's you forever. Even the greatest artists had different styles throughout their lives, because we're ever-changing beings. So as they keep going on, as you keep learning, you will find how exactly you fit, and you'll be proud of yourself along the journey. It's always about enjoying the journey, and when you look back at it, you'll see how much you've done. You'll see how much work you've produced, and you'll see how much influence you've made on somebody else's life. I don't think like the poets that I mentioned, like would have expected when they started to influence somebody great with their artwork. But I'm here creating art, and I was inspired by their art, and you'll never know who you inspire through yours. So definitely start and do it out of love, because if there's no heart in it, then it's just a job.
Yeah, I totally feel you. And I mean, that's definitely your approach. I mean, you go with your whole heart into it, don't you?
Yes.
And honestly, I think, again, that's what gives your art such a unique edge. And honestly, I look forward to seeing more of what you'll produce in the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate this conversation. Thank you.
Likewise. So ladies and gentlemen, again, that was Adaria Salim, and I'd like to thank her for joining us. She has a lot of energy, and honestly, it shows in her work. Again, if you guys want to nominate anyone to be part of the segment, feel free to contact us on our social media. Stay tuned for another segment of Fresh Off the Desk. Thank you.
I'm Dr. Fatin Al-Banna. I'm a family physician working at Ali Health Center. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to join this program. Actually, what I'd like to say is that I'd like to emphasize more on vaccination. Vaccination, vaccination, and vaccination. Vaccination is a really important thing. We've been waiting for it since a very long time, from the very beginning when the COVID-19 crisis started. And thank God it's available in Bahrain, all over the country, in all health centers, hospitals. And it's easy access for all citizens and residents. All of them can get it. It's for free, and all nationalities and ages can get it. So why not? Since the vaccine is available, then we should all take the vaccine. It's just for our own safety and for the safety of our beloved ones and our beloved country. So not just only taking the vaccine is important, but also we should continue on our the precautionary measures that we've been practicing since the past 1 year. So we should continue on in washing our hands on daily basis, on regular basis, with water and soap. We can sanitize our hands, sterilize the surfaces as much as we can, especially after going outside the house, for example, for grocery shopping or anything else. We should always wear our mask in order to cover our nose and mouth to prevent the infection. We should always avoid crowded places as much as we can. And of course, we must continue practicing social distancing. I know it's a bit hard, but we must continue practicing it. And hopefully with time, things will get better, and hopefully we'll be able to overcome this crisis and go back to our normal lives, hopefully. Thank you.
Promo 7 Holdings, a leading real estate developer in Bahrain, announced the start of handing over units of the Diyar Al Khaira project at a press conference on the 20th of March 2021. Mr. Akram Miknas, chairman of Promo 7 Holdings, said that the aim of this project is to contribute to the national efforts to provide economical housing for Bahrainis. This project starts in its first phase with various apartments and facilities that, among completion of the project, will form an integrated city in the Sinabis area, which is in the middle of the commercial and tourist heart of Bahrain, 3 kilometers from the capital Manama and at the center point of a highway connecting southern and northern Bahrain. The first phase of the project consists of 2 14-story towers and 120 apartments designed to meet the needs of the modern Bahraini family. Competitive prices start at 50,000 Bahraini dinars, which makes them affordable for many citizens and investors.
We are on the top, and it's about to get fun and exciting. The country's first rooftop food festival here at City Center Bahrain. The greater the level, the greater the entertainment, right? Coffee never hurt anybody. Thank you. How about a bite? Because I'm starving. Let's see what's on this big screen, this open-air cinema.
This is the first outdoor festival that is a rooftop festival, and it's also the first outdoor festival that has an outdoor cinema. So the outdoor cinema we set up basically with 18 islands. Each island can accommodate a family of 4, 2 adults and 2 children, socially distanced of course and safe. There are 2 shows a day on weekdays and 3 shows on the weekend. The safety precautions are as per the directives of the Ministry of Health. We've social distanced all the tables. We've provided hand sanitizers at the entry and at the tables as well. There's temperature checks at the entry of the festival. The barcode scanner is, we have 20 kiosks here, but the barcode scanner is also for customers who want to order from restaurants that are not available up here, which are in the mall. So all they have to do is scan the barcode, order what they want, make the payment online, and their food will be delivered to them at their table directly here.
What else you want to add? We have nice coffee shops. We have nice foods, nice burgers. We have different kind of things. We have nomad with bao. We have a lot of nice things. Very good. I'm very happy.
Atmosphere is nice. There's a good selection of restaurants and cafes and places for coffee, and there's entertainment. It's a nice vibe. Considering this coronavirus, it seems everyone's sort of socially distancing, so I feel safe. I recommend coming and checking this place out. I think this place caters for everyone.
People are usually now, because it's pandemic, people usually wants to have an outdoor dining. And this is a good opportunity to everyone to come here in the city center at the rooftop. And they can have fun and enjoy here with the movie.
Look who's eating! Look! It seems like a perfect weekend plan. Come on the 6th floor of City Center for this open-air entertainment and fun. Believe me, you don't want to miss it. I'm Walid Al-Blushi, reporting for Bahrain International TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was it for tonight's episode. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And don't forget to stay in touch with us through our social media accounts. That's it for now. Till next time, goodbye and God bless.